Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again with my favorite Royal Hogs deck in Clash Royale. This thing has a super fast cycle coming in hot at 2.6 elixir, so you can outcycle all of your opponent's counters and get back to multiple hunters and Royal deliveries to clean up any push. So let's go jump straight some games and assert dominance. And a huge thank you to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG. All the money goes directly back into the channel, making this video possible and the channel better every single day. Jumping right into this game, unfortunately, no piggies in our starting hand. Okay. I'll bomber in the back, and we'll try to cycle as quickly as we can to get those piggies on the field, turning your tower into bacon. Why are you doing that to yourself? Why would you cycle a miner into the bomber? You had free real estate on the other side, but you're like, nope, not today. So I think it's simply better for me to split piggies since I've got a bomber in one lane. I think it could be a Mega Knight deck because I saw miner, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's definitely a balloon fast cycle deck because we saw Zap, we saw Mega Minion. Yeah, this is going to be balloon. I can't cycle my hunter unless I want to lose the game, guys. It's extremely important to identify when your opponent could have a balloon deck, because if you don't, you just lose the game if you cycle your hunter at one misstep. You got to keep that card in your hand at all possibilities until you identify, hey, not going to have a balloon in the deck. Anyway, he's Fireball is out of cycle, so we can go for Royal Hogs. He might have Goblin Cage here, so I'll probably Earthquake that if that happens. And I'm not going to. It's really high. I don't know why he's dropping it that high.
What are you doing up there?
Hello, Goblin Cage Brawler. It was nice knowing you. Going straight towards the river and doing nothing. That was awesome. That's exactly what we like to see. Also, we can go for skeletons here to clump everything up. Usually, I would like to pull the Goblin Cage Brawler a little bit, but I don't want to here because I want the bomber to be able to hit everything. Also, I don't think that even gets a hit. Let's go. So yeah, if I drop the skeletons really high up, I don't think that the bomber splash damage would have hit onto the ice golem and at the exact same moment. He activates King Tower, but that doesn't matter when his tower's at 1000 HP. What are you doing out here, man? You wild one. 9999. That is spectacular. That is memey. That is dreamy. That is everything that we wanted to see. Also, since he's going to all-in me here, I'm just going to go for Royal Delivery, and I'm going to guarantee that we take the other tower. The best part is, he did a tower trade, and his tower was at full HP. Wait, it wasn't even a tower trade. He doesn't take this out. He is burning. He is completely and utterly crestfallen, and it makes me so happy to see this deck dominating. When you're playing piggies and you're playing them well, even if your opponent's got Fireball, you don't have to be worried. Because they can't Fireball on top of the Hunter, and the piggies, and the Bomber all at the same time. These are very annoying cards when your opponent can't drop spells on them. Also, I can guarantee that he's going to take tower. Oh, maybe he wouldn't have, but he's all-inning now. He literally dropped a miner there instead of dropping it on the tower. You know, the miner would have taken out the tower, and you try to predict a hunter. You are wilding on a different level, my dude. So I can't let you 3-crown me. I'm sorry, dude. That's not on the menu today. That is not in the order of operations. You're going to go for the other tower, though. You're playing super feisty and aggressive, so I'm going to have to hunter to deny that to get 2 hits. And now we can piggies and seal the deal. We can just slather you up with bacon and eat you for breakfast. It was a pleasure playing against you, and I hope that you get better luck in the rest of your grand challenge, because obviously, you know, this deck dominated you. All right, so jumping into this game, first things first, Royal Hogs are my favorite play to do every single time. If you do that and your opponent's card cycle is bad, like they don't have Fireball or they don't have their Mega Knight, you can get a tremendous amount of value. And even when they Fireball, they need to go for Skeletons, Electro Spirit, or something else to fully counter the Hogs. For a -1 trade, we consistently get damage on his tower if his best answer, the Fireball, is in cycle and his only play. That's why I love this deck. Even the hard counters are not good enough to counter the Royal Hogs. Well, actually, are there any hard counters? You guys got to answer that question for me. I'm an Electro Spirit, and he's going to Knight. All right, cool. If we ever play against Logbait, the #1 thing that I like to do personally is going for Earthquakes on top of the defensive structures, or if they go for Goblin Gang. It doesn't matter what it is. Skeleton Army, Goblin Gang, defensive buildings, they all get clapped and slapped by the EQ. I think Earthquake is straight up busted with this deck because the defensive sequence is really solid, and then you allow for even better offense with the Earthquake cycle on top of your opponent's tower if you can't break through with the piggies. So that's what I like about it so much. Maybe we can go for a Hogs here and then guess that he's going to go Goblin Gang and log it. Seems really aggressive, but it is probably the right play. Oh, he's going to Inferno Tower. So, yeah, it's fine. If you go for a Goblin Barrel, we've got Royal Delivery, and you're definitely going to do it. You're going to be like, hey, I got to seize the opportunity when our opponent doesn't have login cycle. We're like, yo, you can't do that. Who do you think we are? We've got the Royal Delivery sauce, and I'm holding it like a mobile gaming athlete, ready to release it at any given moment. So, whenever you want to go in, dude, we are ready. The given notice is ready. Are you not going to? Okay. I guess if I don't have to, I won't go in for the Royale delivery. I was hyping it up so much. I was like, guys, we got the moves. We got the sauce. We are ready to shimmy and shake, but it didn't matter. He's going to go Goblin Gang because that's all he has. He can't afford the Inferno Tower after going for the Princess, or he just loses his tower. Does he just straight up lose his tower instead? That's cool. That's fine by me, man. I was going to Earthquake, and I win the game. This is one of the most ridiculous games I've played in a long time. And I don't understand what this guy was going for. I don't understand what he was doing. But this one is totally and utterly in our control. GG, well played, and peace out, buddy.
Another one.
No, we were so close to taking your second tower. Why you gotta do me dirty like that? At least your second HP tower was lower than our lowest. Jumping into this game, let's keep up that win streak, baby. Bomber in the back. What is going down? What is your strategy? What is your play? Dark Prince, that's phenomenal for me. If I can bait that out and then go Royal Hogs other side, that is a dream world scenario. And I guess I am dreaming because I don't have it in my hand. I'm going to log, and now we'll be able to afford the Royal Hogs. Let's go, baby. I think the Dark Prince does hit my tower, but I don't know. Oh, it did. Why you got to do me dirty like that? At least the Sparky's in the other side, and sometimes it whiffs one of the piggies, but that time it hit them all. It caught all the Pokemon out here. Threw them all in Pokeballs. All good. We can bomber the back, and we can go for a Royale delivery on top of the Sparky. If you want to go opposite lane, that's fine by me. We're able to spontaneously go in for one of these, rely on the delivery to shut that down, and I don't think I need to do anything else. I need to defend the other side, though. Why don't I lose the game? The Electric Spear, did it stun the Mini P.E.K.K.A enough? Yes, it did. Let's go. This is going to be a very fun battle. If our opponent is spontaneously spamming both sides at the exact same time, I don't think I can trust this man. And that's what we like to see. We like to see dynamic pushes at every single opportunity. So if you're going to Dark Prince and Electro Wizard, that's a lot of Elixir, and it will give you a very fulfilled counter push. But I firmly believe when you've got Royale delivery, you can defend minimally every single time. So we're going to rely on the Bomber with the delivery to put in the work. And if you want to zap, that's, in my opinion, an overcommitment. All right. What do I want to do? I could maybe cycle Skeletons, Electric Spirit, Royale Hogs, and then chain onto the Sparky. And I think that that is the right decision. You also need to be cognizant of your opponent's card cycle and your own card cycle. I didn't see Royale Hogs in my starting hand, but I knew when I was going to get back to it. And as a result, we get rewarded handsomely with a lot of damage. The piggies are just crusading through and giving us the ultimate value. I want a Bomber here because it's able to whittle down all the HP of the Mini P.E.K.K.A. He's not even able to hit my tower anymore. You are able to kill the Bomber, but the Bomber was already disheveled to the point that he didn't know what to do with his life anymore. He's looking at it. He's like, wait, what am I supposed to do, Jake? I don't have much HP left. I was leaking a bit of Elixir because I didn't know what I wanted to do in that instance. I think Huntering in the right-hand side where he goes in for the Goblin Giant was the best decision, and that's good. We'll take that trade for sure. I'm going to go for Royale delivery. I could Bomber immediately after, and I might need to log this too. Yeah, if I don't get back to a Royale delivery, part like 7, we're going to lose the game. So I will get back to that Royale delivery, and we will squelch that Mini P.E.K.K.A. Please, Mini P.E.K.K.A, just die. What? How did you not die, Mini P.E.K.K.A? What's wrong with you? Also, why would you all in the left-hand side? Why do you think that I can't go and spam this tower and take it out? That is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. If I snag the right-hand tower, then I just win the game. Bro, we were both throwing the game back and forth. We were playing a good old-fashioned Tom Brady football game. I love it. We both played that like maniacs. I saw the opportunity, and I'm like, yo, I thought that the game was over. I thought you won. And then he's like, no, Jake, I'll give it back. It's not Thanksgiving, but I'm still in the mood of giving. GG, well played, and peace out. I cannot believe how easy that was to take the right-hand tower. That simply shouldn't have happened, but after that game, we are now 6-0 again. Let's keep cruising up. All right, so jumping into this game, this guy's going to split Hogs right out of the jump. So when we see that, I feel obligated to do the same. When you've got Bomber or Hunter counter-pushing, that is one of the few situations that I would ever advocate for splitting the piggies. Otherwise, you drop them all in the same lane and you're going to get way more value. Even in a Fireball, you're going to get value when you drop them all in the same lane because it doesn't deny all the damage. Somehow, some way, that Bomber spectacularly just gave us 2 hits on the tower. So I'm not going to question it, but I am loving our situation. Skeletons will clean up that Goblin Cage Brawler. Those 3 hits would have been on our tower instead of the Skeletons. And I think that because the Skeletons did damage to the Goblin Cage Brawler too, that would have been even more value for him. So remember, this guy is going to end up having a Royal Hogs deck. So I want to prevent him from getting value here. So I'm going to stack up my Bomber and Delivery when he drops his Hogs. If he drops them in the same lane, that will give us superb value. Every time you Fireball, we force out still more stuff. You drop Zappies and Fireball, which is an 8 elixir investment, and we get damage somehow. That's why I think that this deck is a bit broken. That's why I think that Royal Hogs are the best win condition in Clash Royale. And surprisingly, this man is running the exact same card. Also, the Bomber, how did that whiff? How did he miss those arrows? The Bomber had 10 million IQ. He's like, yo, I see the piggies on the other side. I can do 2-for-1 trade. I can kill the piggies, and I can also evade the arrows. And he's like, I can't pass up on that Costco value pack. He gave us absurd value. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Bicycle Hunter, we squander our opportunity of finishing off the flying machine, but at the exact same moment, this Hunter is going to force out more elixir. Maybe he goes in for Royal Delivery, or not Royal Delivery. He's got Royal Recruits. That's what I meant to say. Sometimes there's so many cards that look the same, and I'm like, what's their name again? With 100 cards and adding, I don't want to see how many times I make misplays with my words when Clash Royale continues to add new units. All right. We can Earthquake and we can Log, and that will be able to shut down all of those Zappies. They're not going to be able to survive that, and then the Bomber locks onto the tower, right? I love finishing off Zappies with Earthquake Log. You can do that with Magic Archer as well. If you don't know, now you know.
Thanks for the info.
All right, we're going to cycle Bomber early because he's going to arrow that, and we can get back to another one. So I'm vibing with that. I'm going to Hunter here too. We've got Royal Delivery. You got to make predictions like that. You got to be confident in your actions. You got to know, hey, my opponent is bound to go in for that play. And if you're confident and you know what they're going to do, you can get absurd, obscene value. I'm going to go for a Hunter to finish off the Fly Machine. Notice how I cycled a Bomber again because I cycled it early on. I knew he was going to arrow, so I would get back to another one, and then the second one would be the one that would give us the value, not the first one. We did some Jedi mind tricks on this man. The Bomber's still alive. It's not going to be able to break through, but we might be able to cycle back to another series of Hogs. If he recruits at the exact moment that we do this, we could just win the game. I think this is the play. If we go for Royal Hogs at that moment and we Log, this is going to give us an astounding amount of damage. All I have to do is defend on the right-hand side, and I can walk away with wins. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for Royal Delivery. We're going to go in for the Bomber. And he's going to be able to get damage with the recruits in that lane, but it's not going to be enough. We just need to defend here and go in for one more push, and we walk away with a win. Wow, I don't know why I was so confident in that. It was a lot closer than I thought it would be, but you know what? It is what it is. It be what it be, and the Royal Hogs send him to the Shadow Realm. Holy. We cut it close, but we made it happen for the memes. So jumping into this game against Kendall, we're going to see what's happening. We've got Royal Hogs in our starting hand, so we are ready to rush right through. Oh, let's go. It's going to be log bait, baby. Wait, it's not the original log bait. This is different. What am I playing against? He's got bats. I am so completely confused by this thing, and I don't know if I'm ready. I needed to wait a little bit longer with the Royal Delivery because I felt like he might go for like a random Mega Knight at the river. I ended up taking some damage here and there. It didn't matter that much. We're still in a good spot. We're up 1,000 damage, and I've guaranteed that we're playing against a crazy one. This man's got Giant plus Goblin Barrel, one of the most wild deck selections I've ever seen. You know, mad throwback. Oh, I was going to say, huge throwback to the Fnatic days where Asuchini was playing Goblin Barrel plus Sparky and Giant in the top 200 in the world. And I guess this guy is going a la Asuchini. This guy is really running one of the craziest decks I've ever seen. So this can be difficult to defend if you don't have the right card cycle, and maybe we're able to get back in business. Please don't let me lose the tower. I know you want to do a Royal Delivery. Hunter, save my booty. Let's go. I cannot believe we survived that push. That was incredibly scary. Wow. I thought it was going to be an easy log bait deck, but this has become extra spicy all of a sudden. So sometimes they're going to end up having a skeleton army, or he'll go Goblin Gang. Either or, though. Those are the cards that he's going to drop. He's not going to be able to afford the bats because he just dropped the bats on the left-hand side, if I remember correctly. So if he drops arrows and then he goes Goblin Gang, we'll go in for Earthquake. If he just ignores everything, that makes me really upset. All right, a good thing I didn't Earthquake. I was like, if I Earthquake and I predict a Goblin Gang that just is non-existent, I lose the game. Also, that's off to the side. I look at the shadow of the Goblin Barrel, and I'm able to deduce where the goblins are going. And if I know where it's going, I can deny all the damage. Also, look at the chain around with the Electro Spirit. That thing is truly the MVP in this situation. I think he's going to Sparky in this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Royal Hogs and swerve him in the other lane. I think he Goblin Gang, so I'm going to go in for a Bomber and predict it. Oh, you're going to arrow. Why is this guy good? He is extremely talented with the way of the Sparky. He has not let me go in for any prediction. He hasn't been allowing me to get any value whenever I want it. He's making this a tough battle for me. So we're going to Electro Spirit to reset and then Hunter immediately after. And I can split Royal Hogs again. Generally, I don't want to drop Royal Hogs in the same lane in this situation because I can take the tower here. So if I can snag the tower with 2, why overcommit with everything? You picking up what I'm putting down? I'm trying to get some extra value. We're trying to delay that Sparky so she can never cross the river too. I firmly believe with 300 HP, we will hold the door and we will reign supreme for the ultimate meme. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel counter with a Royal Delivery. If you are a mobile gaming athlete and you drop it fast enough, you do not take any damage from the Goblins. The only damage he got was from the Zap, and we will walk away with a very secure W. Super fun game. I did not expect this guy to be that good, but he gave me a run for my money with a Goblin Barrel Sparky deck. It's nice to see crazy decks like that come back into the game. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have an amazing rest of your day.